Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm 7-Foot Dust Bunny, and this is Riven. And after last time, where we purposefully trapped ourselves in a trap book, which we know we shouldn't do, we're now going to try and trap again in the trap book, because I'm figuring that's probably the best move for now. And we've got to be getting towards the end now. We have the trap book back in our possession. So, for me, it seems like the way forward is to try and trap again in the trap book. So, he said once we get the book, we should come back to him. Now, he doesn't know it's a trap book, but to me, it's probably the best move is to capture him. Once he's captured, we can sort of worry about the rest. So if we go up here, we need to go through, and we need to get ourselves back to what I've discovered is called Temple Island, which is the island where the big dome is, the one I was calling the main island. So we need to hit the old McGibble at the right time, which is now up. There we go, got it that time. Right, and I'll bring you back when we get over there. Okay, so while I'm rotating the McGibble here to try and get back over to Gen, if I remember rightly, I've been thinking here, there is another couple of bad endings which we can knuckle up right now. One is I should have the code to this. This is now open. So if I look at the diary again, we have a code here, which is, I think, 10 3 1 6. I'm not sure about that number. Something 8 8. So I'm going to assume that is 9. That one I don't know. 8 8 6 3 and 4. Now we need to translate this into these types of codes, which should be, he says, if I work my way back through here, let's go, that is 10, and then that is 3, and one is what it was, wasn't it? So that's 1, and then 6. I just think I might. That's 6. Yep. Then 9. 9 is this one. Then 8. 8. 6. And 3, which is just the K, and 4, which is just the square. Right, and there we go, we have that ready. So I'm now just gonna snapshot that, just because I know that's the good code, and then I think you can pull a button. I don't know whether this one moves. I don't know which one we got to do where. There we go, like this. I know. I think we're gonna move it back, and then we can move it down. Because I think the idea is we get this one and break this one. So we move this over like this, and bring this up, and we can break this unit. And this is going to break. And this will cause the fissure to suck in, disaster to occur, and I believe this will signal Atreus, who will be most disappointed in our actions, because Gen will not be trapped. Now I don't know if when we speak to Gen we can set up to double cross Atreus as well, which may be possible. So now we've crashed that into the fissure. My understanding is Atreus will appear here. There we go. Sorted.
There isn't much time. Where's Catherine?
We haven't freed her. We suck.
The trap book is empty.
There you go. Look, we've double crossed him.
You never did. Father, I am no longer your father because you are no longer my son.
So, here we go. We double crossed him effectively. And now he actually has the proper linking book to Dunny. So he will be able to link to Dunny.
I don't know what you thought you were doing, but thank you. I finally am free.
So he's going to shoot us. And we're going to die. And Gen goes free. Mixed signals. Summon Atreus prematurely. So, now we are back on the main island, or Temple Island. We can link ourselves back, I believe, to Gen and show him that we now have the, well, what he doesn't know is a trap book. And he will hopefully use that and wind up trapped in there thinking he can link back to Dunny. So, we're back. We're in our cage.
Well done.
And here he is. He's going to keep walking again.
I was greatly relieved when I received word that you had recovered the book. I don't quite know how you managed it, but if I may. Thank you.
I'm not sure whether he can confirm that he's a bad man here before he decides to link himself. I mean, he's going to page through the book. Hopefully he doesn't notice any of the issues, which obviously we know exist, that cause the book to be a trap. And don't think we can tell him, so say, that it is a trap and then double-cross Atris.
Perhaps it would be best if you went through first.
Alright.
You may need some time to decide. That is reasonable.
Oh, what's happening here?
Please understand, there is nothing I want more than a chance to resolve matters between Atris and myself, especially in light of what has become of Catherine. But unless you are willing to demonstrate to me that your intentions are honorable, I cannot risk it. The sanctuary I've been writing for the Islanders is nearly complete. After all these years, it would be a shame if I were unable to finish it. The work I am doing is quite demanding. Please don't signal me unless you've decided to use the book.
Okay. So, it looks to me like I get no choice. I have to then come back again and theoretically link myself into the trap book, and then he will follow me, I hope, and I will be released from the trap? Question mark? Oh god, I've got to get all the way back. Okay, so I spared you the journey back, and we are going to head back to Gen now. And this time when he offers us the book, I guess we have to use it. I'm assuming he's going to come. Ah, there he is. And he'll offer us the opportunity to use the book again. Oh yeah, I returned as fast as I could.
You had decided against it.
So now you'll give me the opportunity to use the book?
I shall follow you directly.
Okay.
Please.
Let's go. Okay, give me... I can't click the book. Don't send me back again. There we go. I didn't want to get sent back again. That would have sucked. Right, so now we are in the trap book. So is he gonna choose to follow us? Can he see? Yes, he follows us. So this should release us from the trap book and trap him. So now that's how we're outside the cage. So where's the book? Is the book back in my bag? The book is back in my bag. And we can't see. Now, an interesting option would be to trap ourselves, which we will do in the various endings. But this book is clearly not finished. What is this? This looks interesting. There must be something here. He had his skooma pipe. He had coloured baubles. Coloured fireballs. Or fire marbles, weren't they? Okay, we can spin this. And what does that do for us? Here's hoping this isn't significant and that I have to play it somehow. Okay. Anything else in the book department here? No. What about this one? This turns off the power, I think, to this book. And this book is our way back to Riven. But at the moment, I'm going to keep it powered because that seems like a good idea. Oh, we can go out. We should... Oh, shit. We should take a look round. What does this handle do? Okay, that releases the cage. Okay. And what about going down the hole here? Can we go down the hole? We can go down the hole. What is down said hole? Okay. This is another diary, which I will flick through for you to read at your leisure. So, we've got an achievement for finish reading every journal. Imager codes. That seems useful here. So we'll keep those because that number is like 23. What's that? 231? No, 235. So, oh, this will be another head in a jar thing. Okay. Is this Catherine? I don't.
Tagamem, san poteganshem. Fasi.
Okay. That didn't tell me a vast amount. Okay, that is a tap. Fair enough. That's a bed with a nice little logo on it. Anything in the drawer? It's got a pretty nice shirt. It's got a couple of pictures here. And what is this McGibble? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. That sounded like... I think I know what this is. I think this is the code to that door. Can we open it again, please? How does that work? It didn't work. Okay, let's pick it up again. Okay. Gonna have to listen to that a couple of times and check out whether or not I can remember that. Because I've got one that sounds like a chain and one that sounds like a plink, I'm gonna call it. So I think that is chain, plink, clink double chain. So hopefully that is the code to the door where Catherine was. I'm going to listen to it a couple more times. Okay, so I think I got it. I think. Now we'll have just a quick nosy around this age, which is the age 233, and see if there's anything else worth checking out. Like I say, I believe the most important thing was that which we've just looked at, which is, I think, the code to get Catherine out of prison. I'm not sure what else is down here, so we'll have a look around. I did notice these flying things outside. I don't remember really being able to see very much here. That is that lunch, is it? That is solar fried whatever the hell that creature was. And there's a book here to somewhere. I think that must be an age that's collapsing that he burnt. Okay. I don't see anything else. And that looks to be as far as we can go here in this world. You can sit here on that throne and look out across the world. I'm interested that those pictures and those totems seem to be here. I almost feel like I should be getting that out and just checking around here, just to make sure, but I would be very surprised if anyone from the Moriarty could make it here. I mean, I'm surprised Gen's guard isn't around, to be quite honest. Not quite sure why that hasn't scuppered us, but still. We are here. Gen is trapped, so that's good. I don't think there's anything else for us here to pick up, so we can head back to Riven. This will obviously take us back to Gen's laboratory. Okay, and we're back. Now, I would say the place we want to go next is going to be over to Prison Island and to see whether or not we can free Catherine. Okay, so here we are back on Prison Island. We've got Gen trapped in the book, so I'm not sure what Catherine will say right now. She might ask us to free her, obviously. Whether she'll give us a hint about helping the people of Riven, I don't know whether we can help them. Because obviously I think the age is dying. So I'm not sure what will happen to the people themselves here. They might end up dying along with it, which would probably not be ideal. So let's see what Catherine has to say before we try and go into the thing and free her. So, because we've met the Moriarty, or Moriarty? I keep saying it like Professor Moriarty.
You made it.
I did.
But time is running out. You
Yes.
have to get me out of here.
I'm working on it.
Combination to the elevators somewhere in Gen's outpost in age 233. Go quickly. And be careful.
I've got it. Okay, that's all you've got to say. Fine, lady. That's fine. I know the combination. It is chain, plink, plink, chain. Yes. That is it. If that makes any sense to you. Right. And then... so the only thing left is to... which one is which here? And... okay, not that one. Hopefully that's a reset. Or is this a reset? Let's reset it that way. Go. Clink, clink. Yes, there we go. That's a win. I'm gonna call that a win. That looks like we go in and we pull the handle. Is that another large fire marble? We're going up with these OSHA safe lifts. And... Hi Catherine! How's it going? How you doing?
We have to move quickly. Gen's people may already know what's happening. Once we're back with the moiety, we'll have time to regroup. Can I see the book?
Yes, you can, but don't link into it.
You did it. You captured Gen. We're all free. But there's still his followers. I'm not sure what they'll do once they realize he's gone. I have to get the villagers to safety as soon as possible. And you go back to where you first arrived and reopen the fissure. I know it's risky, but it's the only way to signal Atris. I'll try to make it back there as soon as possible, but don't wait for me. Oh, and don't forget the combination in my journal. You'll need it.
The combination in your journal? We know! Right, I know it says, she says don't wait for her. But are we supposed to not wait for her? Can I call the lift, please? I would very much like to get out. Hello? That's okay. I thought I was now trapped in prison, which would have been a little bit upsetting at this point. So here we go, and where's the handle? Chugga-chug. So Catherine wants me to go back to the main temple island and crack open the fissure, for which we need the code from her diary, which you may or may not remember. We did actually take a snapshot of, but we still have her diary, not that diary, this one. And the code is blah blah blah. Let's find it there. Code is there, and I believe the code is 2316988 634. I do not know if that is randomized from playthrough to playthrough. But yes, I believe that is the code. We will have to translate that into what I'm going to assume is... Oh, balls, I bloody didn't do the bloody thing, did I? Yeah, we'll have to translate that into, I think, Riven or Dunny numerals. I'm not sure which. I think it's Riven numerals, as I think the number system that it's written in her diary is actually Dunny numerals. Okay, so here we are on the main temple island. We'll run down. I am not sure if this is or isn't the last potential ending, so I'm going to take a quick save. Interestingly, I cannot save, so that's kind of fun. Right, so here we go with the code as it should be, which is let's go in here, and this should be 10 3 1 9 8 8. Nope, something is wrong here. I've done it wrong. This is 10 3 1 6 9. So that should be 6, 9, 8, 8, 6, 3, 4. Ta-da! And right, let's bring that over, and we should just have to bring it all the way over until it stops. Oh no, okay, back just a tiny bit like that, then bring this down a bit more, switch over, bring it forwards again so as it's under this pipe here, and then you have to push it up. And that will destroy the fissure. Now, I never actually looked at, once you unlock it, whether you can see something through the thing. So I believe this ending should be the ending where we have rescued Catherine, rescued the villagers, captured Gen, and everything's gone great. So we've cracked open the fissure. Hopefully then we don't get hit by that. Thank you. Atris is going to arrive through here, he says. Beard first, apparently.
There isn't much time. Where's Catherine? Where's the book? I don't understand.
Atris!
There we go. The win, we got Catherine. She's got the book.
The villagers are safely in the Rebel Age. I thank you.
As do I.
Good times.
You've accomplished more than I could have hoped for. You've given me back my life. The path home is now clear for all of us.
So she's going to port to Dunny. As will he. Though we're not invited to go.
Perhaps we'll meet again someday. You know where to find me.
Down the pub, I suspect.
Goodbye, my friend.
He's gonna go, and the book's gone. And we are gonna fall into the rift. Which I think is the original starting of Myst, isn't it? When we're falling into the rift, and then we find the Myst book. So we could be stuck in an infinite time loop thing, possibly. I'm not sure. Answers on the postcard. If you have a comment, put it in the comments.
Endings and beginnings are within the fissure.
See?
That riven cleft of stars that acts as both a wall and a bridge. And though I'm unable to understand how, the very flow of stars that brought my Myst book into worthy hands, I am sure served as a safe passage home for my friend. The Age of Riven has come to a close, but the people of Riven are free. And now I am at rest, understanding that in books and ages and life, the ending can never truly be written.
So, for this ending, I've had to jump back in time slightly, to the point where I've got Gen in the trap book, and I can then trap myself here and release Gen.
I don't know exactly why you released me, but you realize, of course, that this must be the end for you. It may provide you with some solace, however, to know that with this act of self-sacrifice, you have secured your place in history. The Dunny culture will be reborn, and the lives of millions will be purified. Thanks to you. Farewell.
And that was it. This must be the end for you. It's another trap yourself in the trap book, but this time freeing again. So for this ending, as before, we are breaking the seal, but for this, once again, we've stepped back in time a bit, and at the moment, Catherine is still in prison, and we have not saved any of the people of Riven, but Gen is in the trap book.
Where's Catherine?
Ugh. You just stick your head inside my head.
I don't understand. You've captured Gen, but why did you signal me?
Because I'm a bastard.
There's no time left. The age is collapsing.
Yep.
I have to find Catherine.
Say goodbye to your wife. I know.
Your way is clear. You're free to go home. Farewell.
Yeah. That's disappointed in me. As now I can drop into the void without being killed. Which allows me to oddly, as you may remember, go back to the beginning of Myst. I'm not quite sure where I come from in terms of existence, but this is the scene we saw at the start of Myst.
Gen is at last defeated. But at what cost?
Indeed.
The age of Riven is gone. And Catherine. There are no words.
And with that, we will roll credits, which I will let play, but at this point, I'll say thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe as always, and join us again in the future for another playthrough. Thanks a lot.